Good evening, everybody. I'm Fictional Crystals, and Ronaldo makes the best Steven Universe theories ever. This video will contain spoilers for the most recent Steven Bomb, which is supposed to air on January 30th. So if you haven't seen that Steven Bomb yet, click off this video now. And even if you've already seen the episode, still try to support the show in any way you can. So many fans of the show hate Ronaldo, but he's actually the character that's most like the fans. And several of his theories that seemed stupid actually ended up being true.
It's part of the Great Diamond Authority! So the hand wasn't here to snatch up humans for a human zoo?
That's it. I'm just gonna take everything he says seriously.
Steven's pregnant?!
Okay, maybe not. But even though a lot of his theories seem far-fetched, they might actually end up happening on the show. Let's take a look at some of the things he said on his blog. I doubt everything on here is going to happen in the show, but there are a few things that seem plausible. Ronaldo talks about this thing called Koala Princess on his blog and in the actual show. I find one of his posts about Koala Princess to really stand out. For the most part in this, he is just freaking out over the final episode of Koala Princess. But one part of it is quite interesting. Koala Princess goes on a walkabout and enters Dreamtime and finally meets her koala mother for the first time. I don't know much about Dreamtime, so please forgive me if I get some stuff wrong, but I did find this. Dreamtime, an individual's entire ancestry exists as one, culminating in the idea that all worldly knowledge is accumulated through one's ancestors. As for Walkabout, by what I found online, it's a spiritual and traditional transition into manhood. These seem like things that could be translated into the show. Koala Princess had never met her mother. By thinking of this as something in Steven Universe, does that remind you of anyone else who's never met their mother and has dream powers? Steven will meet Rose. Probably not physically. It would be rather weird if she just randomly came back to life and started walking around with Steven and saying hi to everyone else in the physical plane. And it would destroy some character development. But I could totally imagine him somehow meeting her in a dreamscape or in her room. It doesn't match up perfectly with Dreamtime and Walkabouts, so that could have been the basis for the idea. However, the mother thing does fit. She wouldn't permanently stay with him, just for a short talk maybe. Her physically coming back to life would kind of destroy the connection some people in real life have to Steven. But him meeting her in a dream or in her room actually has some evidence to it. Steven's had a tiny pink floating whale in his room. The whale had Rose's voice.
I don't want this!
What do you want, Steven?
What if Rose is subconsciously with him? Maybe he could access her memories through the room or a dream. So let's talk about him meeting her in a dream. When Steven wants to know about something or someone's in distress, he can enter their mind.
Lapis! Steven!
Steven would like to know why Rose did the thing she did. There is a basis for him to dream her up. If some of her memories are in his subconscious, I don't see why he couldn't.
I'm going to become half of you. And I need you to know that every moment you love being yourself. That's me, loving you and loving being you.
I wonder if she can see me through your eyes.
Now let's look at some of Ronaldo's other statements. This one's a bit crazy, but even the ones that actually ended up being true seemed crazy to start off with, and he's mentioned this one more than once. My theory is they're aliens who want to hollow out the planet to make it lighter so they can steal it. Once they reduce the volume of the Earth sufficiently, they'll use some sort of gravity tractor beam technology to move it out of the solar system and into the orbit of their home planet, where we will surely become slaves to their sentient rock whims. I have my own theory. The space hand is connected to the Polymorphic Sentient Rocks. Their goal, to hollow out the Earth so they can transport it to their star system.
They're here to hollow out the Earth!
This could be referring to the cluster. Part of the Earth was hollowed out for it, and if it emerges, the HomeWorld gems would likely transport it to their star system. In the original plans for the planet, it was going to be hollowed out anyway, so either way, he was right about hollowing it out. But could the Earth actually be getting taken? Possibly? Gems will be coming to Earth to collect specimens.
The window for preserving Earth specimens is closing.
Phew.
Is that what you want? Sapphire, has the cluster emerged yet?
No, it has not.
Then there's still time.
They could end up attempting to take the planet too. This way they could see the cluster emerge, and do whatever else they need to do without taking so many trips. Or in the original plans, they might have wanted to take it closer to HomeWorld. There isn't much evidence to support this on the show right now, but there might be in the future. So what else is there? Dogcopter dies defending the planet, but then he comes back to life because he's actually part cat and cats have 9 lives. That wasn't the only time he mentioned people coming back to life. This could be alluding to Steven dying defending the planet but then coming back to life since he's part gem or human, either way. It makes sense since gems can poof and regenerate. And they have been teasing us with his gem being removed. Gems' bodies are projections from their gemstones. But Steven's half human, he's organic, he's not made of light, can he even poof? There might be another way to bring him back, like with healing powers, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see if that happens. I'm just speculating here, but if he could poof, what if being in the gems like Dreamtime and he meets Rose there? That sort of reminds me of Harry Potter. Again, that is if he can poof since he's not made of light. Anyway, the next gem war is coming. Another gem war definitely seems like it's gonna happen on the show. At the very least a battle. This is such a weird thing to mention, but I'm making a video about Ronaldo, so everything's gonna be weird anyway. Bite the hand that feeds. Well, those were just a few crazy Ronaldo-based theories that might actually end up being true. Who knows, it's kind of a gamble when it comes to Ronaldo. Anyway, thanks for watching and remember to stay clear of Sneeple and keep each city weird. Wait a minute.